Aloha, and welcome to the Hawaii Travel Made Easy podcast. I'm Marcie, a mom of two, and your Hawaii travel expert. Kauai holds a special place in my heart. It was the very first Hawaiian island I visited when I was 10 years old, staying with my grandma who lived there part-time. That's where I first saw hula dancing, which inspired my entire 20-year hula career. If you're listening, you're probably thinking about Kauai but haven't actually planned anything yet. You're wondering where to stay, how long to go, and what to do. Trust me, I get it. Kauai might seem simpler than the other islands, but there's actually quite a bit to plan for. Today, I'm walking you through everything: where to stay, top attractions, transportation, budget, and where to eat. Here's something crucial most first-timers don't realize. You cannot drive all the way around the island. There's no road connecting the North Shore to the west side because of the Na Pali Coast. That makes planning your itinerary extra important so you don't waste time backtracking. So grab a notepad and let's jump in. First up, let's chat about how long to stay. My sweet spot is 7 to 10 days if you want to see the best without feeling rushed. This gives you time to explore different regions, experience the Na Pali Coast, do some hiking, get serious beach time, and really soak in that slower island time pace Kauai is famous for. Got only 4 to 5 days? Focus on one region, either North Shore or South Shore, and plan just a couple must-do activities. You'll still get a great taste without constantly rushing. 2 weeks? You're living the dream. Plenty of time to relax completely and explore off-the-beaten-path adventures most visitors miss. Here's what I've learned. Kauai operates at a different pace than anywhere else, even more so than other Hawaiian islands. Don't pack your itinerary too tight. Some of the best experiences happen when you're not rushing from place to place. My pro tip: Kauai has fewer roads than other islands, so driving takes longer than you expect. Plan for less driving, more soaking in scenery. Okay, next up is where to stay. Kauai has distinct regions, and where you stay shapes your entire experience. Each area has a completely different vibe. Let's start with the North Shore, which is Princeville and Honolulu. Absolutely stunning. The North Shore is absolutely stunning, lush, green, and drop-dead gorgeous. This is where you'll find the most dramatic scenery, including Na Pali Coast views. Honolulu Bay is really picturesque and actually a great swimming beach despite being on the North Shore. My kids and I love it there because the bay is protected and the setting is magical. Princeville resorts offer luxury with incredible views, while Honolulu Town has a laid-back surfer vibe with cute shops and local eateries. Perfect for outdoor lovers and anyone wanting authentic Hawaiian experience. The downside? Most rain, especially in winter. But even the rain in Kauai can be beautiful. Those misty, dramatic views are incredible. Now let's head over to the east side, which is Kapa'a and Wailua. These are centrally located, making it easy to explore both north and south without constantly driving back and forth. There are lots of budget-friendly options, great food trucks, and there's a more local feel. Kapa'a has good restaurants and shops, and you're close to beautiful waterfalls and Wailua River. Beaches aren't always best for swimming due to currents, but the convenience factor is huge. Finally, let's go to the South Shore, which is Poipu. Want the best weather year-round? Poipu is your answer. It has the least rain and the most beautiful swimmable beaches on the island. Poipu Beach is where my kids and I always see sea turtles and monk seals. It's our tradition to spend at least one afternoon there watching marine life. The resorts here are fantastic, tons of family-friendly activities, and gorgeous beaches. The downside is that it feels more commercialized and definitely more expensive. So, my first-timer advice: Poipu or Princeville are great choices because they have the most amenities and are close to major attractions. But if you want a more local feel, stay in Kapa'a. Now here's the thing. Choosing where to stay and structuring your trip is crucial because you can't drive around the island. That Na Pali Coast creates real planning challenges most first-timers don't anticipate. This is exactly where my Hawaii travel consultations make a huge difference. I plan hundreds of Kauai trips, so I know which regions work best for different travelers, how to structure your days to minimize backtracking, and which activities need advance booking. In a 60-minute consultation for $149, we'll choose the perfect home base based on your priorities, create a realistic itinerary accounting for driving limitations, and make sure you book advanced reservation activities like Ha'ena State Park access before they sell out. My travel agent partner, Kim at Stuffed Suitcase, waives her booking fee for my clients and handles everything after we finalize your plan. Already chose your region and just need help optimizing your itinerary? My 30-minute consultation for $69 provides focused guidance on the what and when of your trip. Head to hawaiitravelwithkids.com to book. Honestly, for an island this unique, expert guidance can save you from costly mistakes and help you experience the best of Kauai. All right, now let's talk about what you'll actually do there. We'll start with the Na Pali Coast, which is the crown jewel, the most stunning coastline in Hawaii and maybe even the world. These 4,000-foot cliffs rising from the ocean are unworldly. Boat tours are really the best way to see the full coastline. Expect $150 to $250 per adult depending on tour length. You'll see sea caves, waterfalls, often dolphins and whales if you're in the season. Companies like Holo Holo Charters, Blue Dolphin, and Captain Andy's all offer excellent tours. Helicopter tours give you an aerial perspective that's mind-blowing. Expect $200 to $400 per person, but the views are incredible. Hiking the Kalalau Trail. Here's a funny story from our last trip. My kids insisted on hiking the first mile, which is actually one of the most difficult trails on Kauai. My oldest wanted to hike all the way to the beach, which is 2 miles each way, but my youngest needed to turn back after about a mile. The trail is steep, muddy, and definitely challenging, but the views are incredible. Here's something I want to make sure you know. You need reservations even for day hiking. For just the first 2 miles to Hanakapiai Beach, you need park entry through gohaena.com, which is available up to 30 days in advance at midnight, Hawaii Standard Time, and they sell out immediately. Entry costs $5 per person, plus $10 per parking time slot if you're driving. So here's what I recommend. Take the shuttle from Waipa Park and Ride. It runs every 20 minutes, includes park entry, and costs $40 for adults, $25 for kids ages 4 through 15, and ages 0 through 3 are free on your lap. The shuttle tickets are also easier to get them parking spots, and you don't stress about parking reservations. If you want to hike past Hanakapiai, you need a camping permit, which is $35 per person per night from camping.ehawaii.gov, and those are available 90 days in advance. All right, next is Waimea Canyon and Kokee State Park. It's nicknamed the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, and it lives up to the name. Dramatic red and green canyon walls that stretch for miles. Here's a quick update. There are multiple road projects that cause delays, and there's limited parking throughout both of the parks. Other lookouts like Pu'uhinahina are still accessible, but expect limited parking and busier conditions. I recommend visiting early morning if possible, or checking conditions before you go. The hiking trails are still fantastic with options for all levels, even with construction. The drive up is worth it for the views at alternate lookouts. All right, now let's head over to Wailua River in Secret Falls. This is the only navigable river in Hawaii. Kayaking or taking a boat tour here is so peaceful. You can kayak to Fern Grotto, which is a beautiful natural amphitheater covered in ferns, or hike to Secret Falls, which is a stunning 80-foot waterfall hidden in the jungle. The kayak and hike combo to Secret Falls is popular with families. Be prepared for a muddy rainforest hike. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about beaches that'll blow your mind. Poipu Beach is perfect for families. Usually there's calm water, lifeguards, and we always see sea turtles and mud seals. It's one of those beaches where you can easily spend an entire day. There's also Hanalei Bay, which has an incredible mountain backdrop, and there's great swimming when the water's calm. The setting is magical. You'll feel like you're in a movie. There's also Tunnels Beach, which has fantastic snorkeling when surf is down, which is typically in the summer. The underwater world here is incredible. And there's Ke'e Beach. It's at the end of the road on the North Shore and at the starting point for the Kalalau Trail. Worth the drive even if you're not hiking, but you need that Haena State Park reservation to access it. Okay, let's talk about cultural experiences. Auli'i Luau is definitely my favorite. It's Kauai's only oceanfront luau, and it's held right at the beach at the Sheraton Resort in Poipu. It's smaller and more intimate than other big resort luaus, and they do a beautiful job showcasing Hawaiian culture. The sunset backdrop is incredible, and I recommend splurging for VIP seating if you can. There's also Kilauea Lighthouse. It's not just beautiful, but it's historically significant. Learn about Kauai's maritime history while enjoying incredible ocean views. All right, one of the biggest questions I get, do you need a rental car on Kauai? Yes, absolutely, and here's why. Public transportation is very limited, and rideshares aren't always available. You cannot drive around the island because of the Na Pali Coast, so you need some flexibility. The best beaches, trails, and attractions are spread out, and many beautiful spots require driving on windy roads. So here's an important tip. Book your rental early. Cars sell out fast, especially during peak season, and prices can be high if you wait. I'll drop a link to my favorite place to rent cars in the show notes. I also want to talk about the budget reality. Kauai can definitely be expensive, but there are some ways to manage the costs. So for accommodations, luxury resorts in Princeville, you're going to expect to pay $400 to $800 or more per night. Poipu resorts are about $250 to $500 per night for the oceanfront rooms. And east side vacation rentals or condos are usually $150 to $300 per night, and they often include kitchens. For activities, Na Pali boat tours are usually $150 to $250 per person. Helicopter tours are about $200 to $400 per person. Kayaking tours are about $80 to $150 per person. Luau's are about $80 to $150 per person. Ha'ena State Park entry is $5 per person, plus $10 parking or $40 for the shuttle. And ziplining is at about $100 to $200 per person. But there are some money-saving strategies. Resort restaurants are incredibly expensive, easily $30 or more for breakfast and $50 or more for dinner per person. But some of the best food is at local spots that cost way less. My strategy is to eat one nice dinner out, grab food from food trucks or local spots, and do breakfast in your accommodation when possible. You'll save money and experience more authentic flavors. Food trucks are your friend. Some of the best food is usually $10 to $15 for a full meal. Beach days are free. Pack a lunch and spend the day at gorgeous beaches. Happy hours are common at resort restaurants, and you can save 30 to 50%. And consider vacation rentals with kitchens, especially for longer stays. All right, let's talk about some of the best day trips on Kauai. The North Shore. Start in Hanalei for breakfast and then go to Hanalei Bay for beach time. You can also drive to Ke'e Beach, reservations are required, and either hike part of the Kalalau Trail or just enjoy this pristine beach. On the way back, stop at Kilauea Lighthouse and maybe shop in Hanalei and Kilauea boutiques. There's also a South Shore. Explore Old Koloa Town and then Spouting Horn, which is a cool blowhole where ocean water shoots through lava rock. And end the day at Poipu Beach watching for sea turtles and monk seals. You can also go to the west side. Drive up to Waimea Canyon for those Grand Canyon of the Pacific views. Just be sure to check conditions first due to construction. Continue to Koke'e State Park for hiking and panoramic views, and the drive is beautiful, winding through different climate zones. My pro tip is to check the weather before planning day trips. Rain impacts some areas more than others, and you might want to adjust your plans accordingly. All right, let's talk about where to eat. Here's some of my local favorites. Wishing Well Shave Ice and Wailua Shave Ice are my favorites. Wailua especially has perfect local vibe with incredible flavors. You haven't experienced Kauai until you've had proper shave ice watching the sunset. Haumura Saimin in Lihui is famous for their noodles and lilikoi pie. It's been around forever, and it's a true local institution. Don't let this simple setting fool you. The food is incredible. Mark's Place has some of the best plate lunches. It's where locals go for authentic Hawaiian comfort food. Country Kitchen in Kapa'a is perfect for macadamia nut pancakes. They have huge portions and reasonable prices. The Dolphin in Hanalei is great for sushi and poke. They have fresh fish daily, and it's a beautiful setting right on the Hanalei River. All right, let's talk about some common mistakes to avoid. Don't book Na Pali Coast tours late. They sell out, especially peak season and whale season, which runs December through April. Don't underestimate driving times. The winding roads are often crowded. What looks like 30 minutes might take an hour. Check weather before heading different places. The North Shore can be rainy, while South Shore is usually sunny on the same day. Don't pack your schedule too tight. Kauai is about slowing down. Don't underestimate the Kalalau Trail. Even the first mile is challenging. Bring plenty of water, wear proper shoes, and know your limits. Respect ocean conditions. Always check with lifeguards before swimming or snorkeling, because conditions can change quickly. Respect sacred Hawaiian sites and wildlife. It's illegal to approach within 50 feet of sea turtles and 150 feet of monk seals. You'll also want to use reef-safe sunscreen. It's required by law. And don't only eat at resort restaurants. You're missing incredible local food and paying way too much. Okay, here's a quick recap. Plan for 7 to 10 days if you can. Remember, you can't drive around the island. You absolutely need a rental car and book it early. Make reservations for Na Pali Coast tours, popular restaurants, and definitely Ha'ena State Park if you want to hike. Don't pack too much into each day. Kauai is about slowing down and connecting with nature. Some of my best memories happen during unplanned moments, watching a sunset from an unexpected spot, discovering a hidden beach, or just sitting by the ocean listening to waves. Try the food trucks. They're incredible and much more affordable. Take time to learn about Hawaiian culture and respect the land. Most importantly, be flexible. Weather can change plans, but those detours often lead to the most magical experiences. I'd love to hear what you're most excited about for your Kauai trip. Send me a DM on Instagram at Hawaii Travel with Kids, or visit my blog for even more detailed itineraries. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe and leave a review. Mahalo for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Aloha.